What's going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing a car review on the car that I rented for the weekend for Texas 2K. Now this car is a 2019 Ford Mustang Ecoboost. Okay, now this car is supposed to be modified a little bit. It has some suspension work, it has some brake upgrades, and it's supposed to have some engine work as well. It does have a cold air intake in it, and it's claiming to have 483 horsepower and 421 foot-pounds of torque. I am going to read off some of the modifications that this car has. Now it does have a upgraded half shaft kit. It has a boiler catback sport exhaust system with the chrome tips. It has the GT350R Brembo brakes. It has a coilover kit on it. And it also has the 20-inch wheels, a Roush cold air intake, and again it is claiming to have 483 horsepower, 421 foot-pounds of torque. Now, looking at this car is absolutely beautiful, stunning. This is my first time renting a convertible car, and there's things I love about it, and there's things that, you know, that we'll discuss that I'm not too much of a fan of, but overall I do love this car. So let's start at the wheels here. It does have the Brembo brakes, and when I tell you these things stop on a dime, sheesh, they are very, very great brakes, good brakes. Of course, Brembo is a big brand. So here we are at 61, and we're just going to see how good this car stops. Again, amazing. It does have the Firehawk ND 500 tires. These are a 255 by 20. Okay, again, 225, 35, 20. And this car handles very, very well. You see here it has the badge powered by Ford Performance. That may be hard to see with the gunmetal color. Again, drop top. On the back we have, let's see, on the back we also have 255s by 20. So again, now this has the EcoBoost engine, which is a 4-cylinder turbo engine for those that may not be familiar with it. It does have an upgraded cold air intake, Roush cold air intake in it, and everything else underneath the engine bay seems to be pretty stock. Now, stock from the factory, these cars have 310 horsepower and about 320 foot-pounds of torque. Okay, now this one again is supposed to have 483 horsepower, 421 foot-pounds of torque. But as far as what I can see, there's only a cold air intake. Now, with turbo cars, you can, of course, get more power out of a simple tune. You can tune the car to get more power, and I'm not sure if this one is tuned or not, but it would have to be in order to have that kind of power. So, we got the coilovers. It's sitting very, very nice, and it handles very, very well. So let's go ahead and jump inside the vehicle. Now this car is fitted with the premium package. I don't know if you can hear those turbos spool up, but that's one thing that I really, really enjoy about the car. It sounds so, so cool. Now it has the digital display, and the digital display is actually amazing. I love it. Okay, one thing I love about it is that you can switch the view of the display with the simple touch of a button. Now this car does have dials or gauges or levers here. The first one is going to be your hazards, which you can just turn on and turn off, push up, push down, and then you have your traction control, which is a simple flick up, okay, to turn that on and off. And then this is going to be the steering options. Okay, so all you do is hit it up. Now when I hit that up, you can see in the middle there it says normal steering. I can go to sport steering, and then I can go to comfort. So of course comfort is going to be your softest, normal is going to be normal, average, and then you got your sport steering, that's going to be a lot more stiffer. Okay, then you have your modes, which are going to be you have your normal. Now this pops up on the left side here of the gauge. You got normal, you have my mode, which depends on what you have for your settings. And then you have Sport Plus, which changes the digital dash, which is so cool. Okay, and you rev up and boom, look at that, it's responsive. You can go up to track and it changes again. And then that way the tachometer is much bigger, and you can go to drag and it looks the same. Now, one thing I just noticed is that when you go to, see, I can't go down, so I got to go back around. On drag strip, the traction control is on, but if I go to track, it turns the traction control off automatically. How cool is that? So in the bottom right, you see your traction control is now off. I like that. I like that. And then you go back to snow or wet, and then it changes back to how it was before. I think that is the coolest thing, and it's all done by hitting a simple button. I like that the controls are very, very simple, okay? You got your HVAC, you got your start engine, you have some little levers here that are actually pretty cool. Gives the car a different type of feel and a different type of look. And pretty much, I mean, everything else is gonna be your typical Mustang. It's very similar to my 2011 Mustang, except for on the interior wise. There's just a few things that are a little different, and it also could be because of the convertible. Okay, but it is upgraded and it looks a lot nicer. But there's not much different, which is fine. Okay, in the back seat here, you have enough room for a child, maybe a car seat. Let's see if we can get in the back seat and how much room we have. Oh, so this is the back seat of the car, which is absolutely on fire right now. It's super hot because I have the top down and the sun is beaming on this leather. Okay, I have some good room back here. I did lift the seat up a little bit, but I have room, and this is actually pretty nice given the fact that this is a very small, I got my blankie here, but this is a very small car on the inside, and that's what it's meant to be. It's a coupe, okay? Some coupes don't have back seats, and this one happens to have a back seat, which is great. I got in this car and we had to put something in the back, and being used to the Corvette, I thought I was putting it in a hatchback, but I have a back seat, which is pretty cool, which means it won't roll around everywhere, okay? Of course, a lot of headroom back here, but it's a convertible. So let's see what the headroom is like with the top on. Yo, this is crazy. So this is with the top on. I have room. My hair may be touching the top, but my head isn't bound to it. That is actually very, very cool. I have a lot of room back here and I'm comfortable. Now, I wouldn't take an 8-hour road trip with this car, but if I wanted to ride with a buddy to go out, even an hour or two, I'm pretty sure I would be fine because I have room. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna let the top back down. I'm gonna get back in the driver's seat and see if I'm comfortable. Now, I am 5'10", okay? My doctor told me I wasn't 6 feet and I was upset, but I'm 5'10". So this is, you know, to give you kind of an idea of how much room someone my size would have. Someone taller may have more issues, but let me close the door to make sure I'm not sticking my leg out just a bit. I have room, I'm fine. Look at that. Now it may appear that my leg is on the seat, and it is a little bit, but if I sit up and have good posture, look at that. I can rest my hand if I want to. Not bad at all. I'm actually impressed. Another thing that I do like about the back of the car, if you are the passenger, you can just pull this and it lets the seat up. That's very, very convenient. I'm sure a lot of coupes have that now. Now, my seat is up a little bit further than what I like it to be, as you can see. But I'm okay with it. Again, I just have great posture right now, and I wouldn't want to drive like this for hours upon hours on a road trip. In fact, after I play basketball, this is how I drive because I need my back to be straight up and down. So not bad at all. So this car does have your memory seats, which is amazing, and it gives you 3 settings to choose from. I think that is pretty cool. Now the Mustangs have had this for some time, but they have the ambient lighting in the car, and so at nighttime you can choose what color you want it to be, and it actually looks pretty good. It's pretty cool. Okay, the small things that matter. So that's just some of the features of the car. If you were to look to get into a 2019 Mustang EcoBoost, this is what you'd be looking at. And again, this is the premium package, leather seats. It has the options here. You have the navigation screen. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool car. All right, I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. You guys have a wonderful day.